What up? It's Luke for Prez. Here I am, yet again, back with another video for you guys. Hope everyone is doing well. Your boy is hanging in there, patiently waiting for Los Angeles to reopen the gyms and bars so I can get on with my life. But until then, I am back to share more information regarding Facebook ads for your beat selling business here today. I have made several videos regarding my experiences with Facebook ads, and I have had mixed results at best. If you have not seen my previous videos relating to this topic, I definitely suggest checking those out. I will link to them in the description. But to give you a quick synopsis of, basically what I've concluded thus far, Facebook retargeting ads are effective in getting profitable conversions. And just to be clear, retargeting ads means you're only showing your ads to people who have already visited your website. So these people have heard of you, they've been to your site, they're somewhat familiar with your brand. These have been more effective than cold traffic conversion Facebook ads. Cold traffic meaning people that don't know who you are, they've never been to your site, they're just random people that are browsing through Facebook and or Instagram, and your ads pop up. So far, I have not been able to get those types of ads to be profitable on a long-term basis, but that has not prevented me from continuing to throw money at this problem in a multitude of ways to try to get them to work. And what I want to discuss is my latest attempt, perhaps the most desperate attempt yet, to get cold traffic Facebook ads to work in an effective way. And I must say, the results are surprising, yet still not resoundingly positive. And I'll explain. So basically, this latest attempt that I've made involved me creating an ad set with no targeting dialed in whatsoever. This goes against all of the conventional wisdom, all of the advice that the quote unquote Facebook ads gurus will tell you. It even goes against what the Facebook ads representative that I spoke to directly told me to do. But I tried it anyway. Because you know what? Why not? I don't go to the strip club and make it rain. I waste money on Facebook ads. That's just what I do. It's just, that's me, I've come to grips with it. So basically, I spoke with a friend who runs a totally different type of e-commerce business. And he explained to me how he had seen success utilizing cold traffic conversion campaigns with literally no targeting setup at all. Left it as broad targeting as possible. The conventional wisdom says you want to dial in the age, the gender, the occupation, the interests, all of these different things that the Facebook ads platform allows you to do to hone in on the people that are most likely to purchase your product. It makes a whole lot of sense. And the reasoning is, you dial in on these particular people and then you don't waste money showing your ads to people who never have a chance of purchasing. So for our niche, that would mean, showing your ads to people who aren't rappers, who aren't singers, who aren't even interested in the genre. If those people see your ad, that's a wasted amount of money because they're never going to buy anything from you, right? So it makes sense to dial in the targeting as best you can and try to identify the people who are most likely to actually be rappers and singers that might want to use your beats. Been there, done that. I've tried that on a number of conversion campaigns and they went nowhere. I ended up wasting money. So after my friend provided me with this experience where he used just a completely open targeting ad set and saw success, I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So I set up a similar ad set, keeping the faith that the Facebook algorithm is advanced enough to, over time, still show my ads to the right people after you give it, enough time to learn, do its little machine learning thing. So the month of August 2020, I implemented this new ad set, and I'm going to share with you the results. So right now you can see I have my Facebook ads dashboard pulled up, and the date range is the first 2 weeks of August 1st through the 14th. August 1st being the first day that I initiated this new ad set. My daily budget was $20 per day, and that was split between this new open targeting ad set and my existing retargeting ad set that's still up and running to this day. I figured that the budget would allocate more funds to the open targeting ad set, since it is not limited to serving the ads just to people who've already been to my website. And as you can see, my thought process there was correct. In the first 2 weeks, my retargeting ad sets reached about 2,000 people, which is pretty typical for that time span. And the open targeting ad set reached 15,000 people. So quite a big difference. I will show you exactly how open this open targeting ad set is. As you can see, really the only two things that I honed in on was the location, which I just stuck to the United States, and the age range, which I put at 18 to 36, because I think generally, roughly, that's probably the range that, people are trying to pursue rap careers in, right? Left genders as all, and that's it. No interests, no specific regions within the US, nothing else. That was it. All languages. That was literally, automatic ad placement. Literally just left it wide open. And let me tell you, for the first 2 weeks, your boy looked like an absolute genius. It resulted in 7 purchases in that 2-week span, for an average cost per result of only $23.96. That's fantastic, because the cheapest lease type on my website is $29.99. So even if all 7 purchasers only bought 1 MP3 lease each, I was still going to be profitable. But the results were even better than that. Facebook tracks the amount of money that each purchaser spends per transaction. And you can see exactly how that plays out using this tab here called Purchase ROAS. ROAS stands for Return on Ad Spend. So it's basically a ratio of, for every dollar that you spend on ads, how many dollars did you get back for that ad spend? So obviously the higher the number, the better the result is. And anywhere from like 2 to 3 ROAS is fantastic. And some companies operate well under that. But as long as it's over 1.0, you're profitable. If your ROAS is exactly 1, that means you're just breaking even. For every dollar you put in, you're getting $1 out. The results for this particular ad set for the first 2 weeks of this campaign had an ROAS of 2.27. So for every dollar that I put in, I got $2.27 back. That is fantastic. So for this time period, my faith in the Facebook algorithm paid off. And however it works, it was able to hone in on people that would be interested in my beats and show them to the right people. And I got 7 purchases out of it, plus 3 purchases from my retargeting ad set. But I just let that run always, and it always has a pretty good return. In this case, for this span of time, it actually performed significantly worse than the wide open targeting ad set, which I thought was really surprising. But still, it was positive, 1.89, I'll take it. Usually I spend, maybe $5 a day at most on the retargeting ads, because I still don't have that much traffic coming to the site to where I would need to spend more than that. But, for the sake of this video, I really just want to focus on this wild open targeting ad set that I tried. So once you let a campaign run for a couple weeks and you see how the results are doing, it's time to make adjustments based on what you see. So for me, with an ROAS of 2.27 on this ad set, I'm thinking, all right, it's time to scale this thing up. Because if that ratio holds, then I can spend an unlimited amount of money. The return will be more than double of what I'm putting in. That's fantastic. So to move ahead in time a little bit, starting around August 15th, I upped my daily budget from $20 to $50 per day because YOLO, right? Obviously, gotta do it. And for some reason, as you can now see, the results of the open targeting ad set fell off a cliff. In the following 2 weeks, the purchases were down to 4, and the cost per result skyrocketed to $130 per result. That is horrendous. And as you can see, the ROAS dropped all the way down to 0.82. So I was losing money. These went from some of the most profitable Facebook ads that I have ever experienced to some of the worst performing Facebook ads. And the only change that I made was upping the budget from $20 a day to $50 a day. For some reason, the algorithm was not able to sustain the level of efficiency in serving my ads to people who are actually interested in purchasing rap beats. Interestingly enough, the retargeting ad set actually did better with the higher budget, resulting in 4 purchases and a fantastic ROAS of 2.11. I used pretty much the same exact ads that I've used for all of my campaigns, and I'll show you them here. These are the same ones that I'm still using for the retargeting ad set. It's just like little cartoon videos of rappers and then a snippet of my beats. You can see them here. I got one that's like a Lil Skies type beat, a Kodak Black type beat, Travis Scott type beat, whatever, with the beat title and, just a really basic primary text, radio ready rap beats on sale at lukeforprezbeats.com. Like real similar variations to stuff that I've used in the past. The ads themselves don't change too much, but the results vary wildly like every time I try this. So it's really strange. So this experiment really was a tale of two halves, right? The first half of the month, I couldn't have hoped for a better result. And the second half was just an absolute disaster. When looking at the month as a whole, you can see that the open targeting ad set resulted in 11 purchases total for an average cost per purchase of $62 and an ROAS that was slightly positive, 1.17, held up primarily by those first 2 weeks that just overperformed significantly. And the retargeting ad set resulted in 7 purchases, which is around typical for a month span, regardless of what I set the budget as, for a cost per result of $37, which is like a lot higher than it typically is. But those people ended up spending a lot of money on my site because I still basically doubled the money that I put in with the ROAS at 2.02. So I guess the moral of the story here is everything that I've said so far continues to be proven correct. The only long-term effective Facebook ads that I have encountered for my beat selling business to date is retargeting to people that have already been to your website. It remains extremely difficult for me to get cold traffic to my site from Facebook ads and get them to purchase in a profitable manner. Now I have tried maybe the most extreme measure that I've ever implemented, which is turning off all targeting, which again is the exact opposite of what everyone will tell you the best practice is. And it's not something that I'm recommending that you try. You certainly could, but you definitely have to be prepared for losing your money because it's not typically advisable. However, those first 2 weeks speak for themselves. For whatever reason, in that period of time, it was definitely super effective, but over the long term, obviously that effectiveness waned significantly down to where it ended up not being profitable for the final 2 weeks of the month. I'm not saying that this is the case across the board. All I can do is share my experiences with you guys, keep you up to date on my journey to, continue to scale my beat business. And I always pledge to be 100% transparent with you guys on the results, on the money that I've spent, the money that I've made, to hopefully save you guys some time and effort and potentially money in doing the same. So I guess really the point of this video is just to give you guys some food for thought, encourage you to think outside the box when testing out these Facebook ads. Try things that might go against the grain, but if you have a good instinct on it, see what happens. Maybe you'll get better results for longer than I experienced. I am going to keep trying different things to see if I can get to a place where I can have sustainable cold traffic success on the Facebook ads platform. It remains to be seen after several videos if that could ever be achieved for me personally. But the reason why I'm not super upset about this is because, first of all, even after those horrendous 2 weeks, I still didn't lose any money. I basically broke even. And the reason why that's okay is because some percentage of my customers turn into return customers. So that, the lifetime value of a customer is something that's to be determined. And it is data that is not available directly within the Facebook ads backend because you just don't know. That's where remarketing efforts come into play in the form of email marketing campaigns that you can run to your previous customers to try to get them to purchase more. And a lot of people are just going to come back and become return customers without you having to do anything, just organically. If they mess with your music, the chances are that they're going to come back and if they have a good experience on your website and working with you, they're going to come back for more. So even though right now it seems like I just broke even on these 11 purchases, if a few of those end up becoming, return customers and buy beats over and over, then it became more than worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that's always something to keep in mind too in our business. We're not a one and done business, right? The potential for return customers is very high, which is, great news. So that's always something that you should factor into your ad spend. And, the more sales that you get, the easier it will become to track that data and understand what percentage of your customers end up becoming return customers. And I've heard it being as high as 30% of purchasers are return customers for certain extremely successful online beat sellers. That's just a little aside. Again, just wanted to share these interesting results with you guys. And I'll definitely keep you posted on what I decide to spend money on next when it comes to Facebook ads. I hope this has been useful for you. And that's really all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Turn on the bell. I think that's all the YouTube stuff I can ask for. And still hate doing it, but it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back soon with more. Have a fantastic day. Peace.